Yeah, just obviously just great to be back. This place, I've said it 20 times in the last week, it never gets old. It's hard to get here. It's special. These guys right here and their teammates, they did a great job the last couple of weekends of playing about as hard as I've seen them play all year, and went into a couple of difficult places and came away victorious. And now we get to be up here. It's great.
Andrew Ellis, hogsports.com. Coach, you've had a lot of guys in this tournament alone just adjust to new roles, kind of switching spots in the lineup, closing games, starting games. Just what have you thought of the way your team's been able to adjust to different roles on the fly?
Well, we needed to make some adjustments. We struggled down the stretch on the mound a little bit with we're giving up big innings, and big innings usually happen when you walk people. It pitch behind in the count. That's what happened a lot. And so we changed up a little bit where we didn't announce our 3 starters. We'd give you Friday starter, and we'd just see who we had left. We told the pitching staff that all hands on deck. Don't think you're starting tomorrow. You may be pitching today. And, it seemed to work a little bit. And then we've had a few guys step up for us. And, position player-wise, it's pretty much the same guys, but it really changed the lineup going into the regional. Just took Wallace out of the leadoff spot, put him 3-hole, put Webb took him out of the middle lineup, put him up top, and a few other adjustments there, and it worked.
Okay, back here.
Jacob Timmy, MavRadio.fm. The guys that kind of alluded to it earlier, but you guys were the top-seeded team last year. And though that this team doesn't have the Christian Franklins, the Kevin Kopps, and the Patrick Wicklanders, what testament does that show to your team that you're able to get back to the College World Series and still find that winning formula this season?
Yeah, those are 3 really good players. Kevin was unbelievable. He ended up winning the Golden Spikes Award really from out of nowhere, and he spoiled us. And so you don't replace that guy. And, Christian was an incredible center fielder, played with a lot of fire. He played at the end of the season. He was sick and fought through it a little bit. And Wicklander was a guy that we didn't even start at the beginning of the year. We didn't know how to use him. We threw him out there when we were getting crushed in game 1 of our first conference series against Alabama. We got beat 16-1, first game in the SEC in 2021. We threw him out there, and he settled it down. We were down 10-0 after 2. And we put him out there. He did a great job about the 4th, 5th inning. So we started him the next weekend against Mississippi State on Friday, and he beat him. He never went off Friday night, made it all conference. That's baseball. Crazy things happen. You just got to give guys an opportunity. So losing those 3 guys, we lost 3 guys that were really tough and really team-oriented, and we've had a lot of guys kind of step it up, and it has been able – you can't replace Kevin Kopps with one pitcher. 3 or 4 guys got to take his job because that's what he did. He did it all, close, long relief, started at the end. Outfield's been solid. I don't know. I just feel like that we came together as a team, played really well. We had a good team all year, but we weren't lights out. We didn't get whipped by very much. We didn't get beat by very many runs. We didn't beat you by very many. We just won enough, and we got a little tired at the end in May. Our arms got tired, and we lost some games down the stretch. But I just think the team had a burning desire to win, and after a lot of conversations and talks, really the last few weeks, I think some guys they came to realize that this may be their last shot to play with this group, and man, they have pulled together.
Okay, Jordan.
Jordan McAlpin at the Omaha World Herald. Dave, obviously you're no stranger to this stage. Personally, what's it mean to be back? But also with this group, what's special about them that they've been able to overcome everything this season?
Well, it's really special to be back here, especially the way it ended last year. We really had a perfect season going. It was unbelievable. Won everything that was put in front of us, won every series on the weekend. And then to lose those last 2 games by 1 run both days, it was tough. So it made this year, it was special because of kind of the hurt from last year, honestly. This group is special because they didn't want to be known as the team after the team that didn't do a whole lot and faded at the end of the year. I don't know, just a lot of different personalities that came together. And, when we got back from that trip from Alabama, we were gone for 2 weeks. A lot of times a coach can look at a team and look at the way they walk around and body language, and you're going, well, we're in trouble. And we didn't let that happen. They didn't let it happen, and to me, that makes them special.
Okay, right here, Travis.
Travis Brown at the Bryan College Station Eagle. Coach, I believe y'all were one of the teams in contention at the end for Jack Moss. What was it about his game that that attracted y'all to him?
We knew he was a good hitter. Honestly, didn't know he was as good as he is. I don't think Jim knew he was as good as he is. I mean, he's a professional type hitter. He swings at strikes. He fouls off borderline pitches. He uses the whole field. He's got some pull power. He can go the other way. I mean, he's just a really good hitter. And hats off to him for being a student of the game and working. And, that was a bummer when we didn't get him.
Okay, we have a question from the Zoom.
Steve, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, Steve Croner from the San Francisco Chronicle. Coach, you mentioned your team's, all hands on deck pitching approach. Stanford certainly has used that the past 2 weekends. I'm going to assume that Coach Esker probably will do so again in Omaha. How does that change, if any, your offensive philosophy, particularly early in the game?
Yeah, it's not going to change us what we do. I mean, if you're worried about who they bring out of the bullpen, probably not doing very well. We just have to do what we do, and hopefully we'll have good at bats, facing a really good pitcher, 9-1 record, something like that. So he knows how to win. Team plays good behind him. We know all about their bullpen, the lefties and power arms that they have. So, at this time of the year, anything can happen. You just got to have good at bats, try to take good swings, and hopefully good things happen.
Okay, right here for Bob Holt's replacement.
So based on your earlier comments, I'm assuming you're not going to announce any starters beyond Connor.
Connor will definitely be our starter on Saturday.
Is it a good problem that Zach Morris has just recently started? Zach Morris has recently started, and that Hagen's closed, and like you can mix and match. Is that a good thing, and you like it?
Yeah, we love it. It's a great thing. There's no problem there, and all those guys, they just want to pitch, and they don't care if they start or not. I mean, honestly, we didn't know who we were going to throw in Game 2 in North Carolina until the morning of the game, and we changed our mind twice the night before. And, we were going to go left, and then we thought, well, let's just go right. And we went back to left, and finally said, no, let's go with the guy that's we've given it to him a little bit more and given him the ball a little more. So having the different arms, different looks, out of the pen, and they can go long. If we need to bring somebody in the fourth, he might be able to finish the game. So it's all good.
7 appearances here in 19 years. It just kind of speaks for itself. How much is winning this thing maybe still drive you to win it?
I don't think that's what drives me. I mean, shoot, yeah, I want to win it. So does everybody that's sat up here today. And whether they've won it 2 times or never, you want to win it for the fan base. You want to win it for the former players, former coaches. You'd love to see your team dogpile on the field. I think that I don't want the players to feel like, it's a failure if you don't win it. It's unbelievable how tough it is to get here. I've lived it many a time. I've been on the other end of it, the heartbreak, maybe 3 times, and that's what's hard to swallow. But winning it would be great. I want to win it. Been wanting to win it since I started coaching. Who wouldn't? Why you get in it to win that last game of the year. Maybe when you start out, but the longer you coach, the more you just appreciate the players, and that's kind of where I'm at now.
We'll go back to the Zoom here.
All right, let's go to Andrew. Andrew, please state your name and affiliation for us.
Yeah, it's Andrew Hutchinson with hogbeat.com. Coach, you mentioned all the roles evolving on your pitching staff and changing up your order. Is it a little unique that it's happened so late in the season, or is this kind of something you've done in your past?
No, I don't think I've really done this before. I mean, you see every game we play. We had to do something, and we had to make a change. And I'm sure if it wouldn't have worked, at least we said we tried. I'd hate to look back and say, well, we should have done this or that, or But what I appreciate is the way all of the pitchers and the players have accepted it and said, yeah, we need to try this, and we tried it. It worked. We did it again. It worked. Flipped another guy in there, and we started winning again.
Christine? Right there.
Coach Christina Long, the Southwest Times Record. I just wondered, we've talked a lot about how you faced Stanford before, but I just am curious how different you feel like this team is from how it was in February when you faced Stanford.
Well, first off, Stanford's really good, very, very physical. Coach Esker does a great job. I have so much respect for him. When we played them in February, they were better than us. They proved it on the field. They shut us out 5-0. It was about 35 degrees. It was brutal. And that was their second game of the day, and that was our first. So, I thought they outplayed us, they out-toughed us, and, how are we a different team? Well, we've got a bunch of games under our belt. We've made a lot of changes. We feel like we're a better team than we were in February. I feel like we're a better team than we were in April. So, I don't know. We're throwing more strikes now. We seem to be putting together better at-bats, being a little bit tougher outs. I would have to say that defense has been solid all year. So that's you put those, throw strikes, field the ball, good at bats, you got a chance to win.
Okay, this will be our last question here.
The scouting you've done on Alex Williams, what can you say about his repertoire, what you expect from him? And then Connor, his last two starts have been, different.
Yeah, Williams, he can just pitch. And he's not going to blow you away, but he's got a really good off-speed stuff, really good changeup. I'm sure his team loves playing behind him, fills up the zone. And you win 9 games for a guy against 1 loss. That's a lot of decisions. They play in a great league with great players. A lot of times you don't have that many decisions. You come out of the game, it's tied, or maybe it's whatever the case may be. As far as Connor, I just feel like that he got a little tired. He got a second wind, and hopefully the wind keeps blowing. The guy's pitching good. But if he gives us 5, that's great. 7. If he gives us 3, we'll go to the pen. But we wouldn't be up here without Connor in the year that he's had.
Partners at BetOnline continue to be the #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA playoffs, fights, and even next season's futures. And don't forget that the MLB is back as well. Who are you picking to win the World Series? BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. It's super easy to get started. So head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.